Hey gaming fans, so today's another Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile, and this one's a little bit different because this is for a format that's kind of just been talked about, just kind of introduced. We're not sure if it's going to become official or not. I know it's been leaking around the internet that we have these, these alternate formats that Konami is going to allow, but I thought, it seems like a fun format that they have there, and it's called Common Charity. So I talked about a little bit about it in my previous video when I was talking about the Deckmaster kind of format, and also there's the old traditional formats or the GOAT formats and all that stuff. But so anyways, yeah, I thought it'd be fun to try and do a common charity build, and I thought about what monsters are have a lot of commons that are pretty decent, and so I came up with the Machina gear frame, Machina and Gadgets, because they've been reprinted in structured X and stuff like that. And they have a lot of pretty powerful cards. So, that's the good thing about Structured X, is that they've, reprinted a lot of cards as commons. So let's get to the build. So I have 3 Machina gear frame. This one's a researcher of the deck. He pretty much pulls out any Machina except himself. So that's really good when he's normal summon. Plus he could equip as a union monster to a machine monster to kind of save it from one destruction. Then we have Machina Soldier. This one's okay. When you normal summon him, if you don't have any other monsters on the field, you could special summon one Machina from your hand. So that's pretty good. You can get a big guy out pretty quickly. Then I went with 3 of the Irradiators. I think that's how it's said. This one's okay. This one was in the structure deck, the most recent one. And, unfortunately the other cards in that structure deck were foils, so I don't think they count as being common. But anyway, so you can discard one other Machina monster to special summon this card from your hand, and then you can target one machine monster you control, special summon from your graveyard, one Machina monster with a different name, with an equal or lower level than that one, and then if you do, destroy that targeted monster, and then, so that's pretty good. He could recur from the graveyard, and he's a special summon with 2400 defense, but not bad. Then your strength of the deck is the Machina Fortress. So we have this guy's really good. Obviously he was what makes the deck. Pretty much you could discard a machine monster whose total level equal 8 or more, then special summon this card from your hand or graveyard. If this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, target one card your opponent controls and destroy that target. And then before resolving an opponent's monster effect that targets this face-up card, look at your opponent's hand and discard one card from their hand. So that's a pretty, 2 pretty powerful effects on a 2500 beat stick that could be special summoned from your hand or graveyard. So a really good card. Then for the gadgets, we got the 3 green gadgets. If you're not familiar with the gadgets, if you haven't been playing this game for a long time, the gadgets pretty much search out another gadget of a different color. So the green searches out the red gadget searches out the yellow gadget, and then the yellow gadget searches out the green gadget. So you'll always have a monster every time you summon this guy, one of these guys. You'll get another one back to your hand, which is good. And, if you have cards to allow you to multiple summon, you can really flood the field. And then we have Effect Failure, because it was printed as common as well. So really good card. Nice, can stop your opponent's plays. Really good hand trap. Then we got some spells, so I threw in Monster Reborn and Foolish Burial. Foolish, you're probably going to want to go after your Machina, Machina Fortress. That's the one. You're going to want to pull out the Machina Fortress into the graveyard because you can recur him from the graveyard. So really good, just to throw Foolish Burial in there. I put in 2 Iron Draw. This is neat because you can almost always have 2 machines onto the field with this deck. And so as long as you have exactly 2 machine effect monsters and no other monsters, you get to draw 2 cards. And then you can only special summon once for the rest of this turn. So it's just a little bit of a draw power in the build. And, especially with cards like this, double summon. So all you need is, like, say, 1 gadget and double summon in your opening hand with Iron Draw. You play the 1 gadget, you search out the other gadget, play double summon, play that second gadget, search out another gadget, and then you play Iron Draw. So that's pretty cool. And then I decided to make this deck a little bit trap heavy. So we got 2 of the Machina Overdrive. I'm not sure if I would go more than 2. It is a pretty decent card though. You could target one machine monster you control to and then special summon one Machina monster with a different name from your hand or deck, and if you do, destroy the targeted monster. So basically it just swaps out a machine with a Machina. And then you could banish this card from your graveyard to target target 3 of your machine monsters that are banished and or in the graveyard, shuffle them into your deck, and then draw 1 card. You can only activate Machina effect once per turn. This Machina effect once per turn. So, you know, it's pretty decent. It can reshuffle your gadgets back into the deck, so you can just keep the gadgets going. Kind of neat. Then to deal with some back row, I threw in 3 Heavy Storm Dusters, because, you know, you never know what your opponent's going to be playing, so especially in this type of a format where people are going to start playing a lot of, you know, different cards that are not meta, so, you know, it's always good to just be able to get rid of stuff. And then I put 2 Mirror Force cards, 1 Storming Mirror Force and 1 Drowning Mirror Force. So the Storming is when your opponent monster declares an attack, return all your opponent's attack position monsters to their hand, so that could really clear out their field. And then this one, if they declare a direct attack, shuffle all your opponent's attack position monsters into the deck. That one's much more brutal, obviously, but it has to be a direct attack, so you can't have any monsters on the field, or they have to be attacking with a monster that can attack directly. Then I put 3 Solemn Strikes, because they're common, why not? You know, one of the better counter trap cards in the deck, or in the game, I should say. So when a monster would be special summoned, or a monster effect activated, pay 1,500 life points, negate the summon, and then destroy the card. Really good card. And then finally, we have 1 Imperial Order, because you're only allowed 1. Who knows if this is going to get banned on the next ban list. I know a lot of people keep talking about it, but I decided to throw in here anyways, because it's a common, you know. It started off as, I think, a secret or ultra or something like that, but now it's common, so hey. But yeah, that's what I thought. I would put together this, you know, like I said in the beginning, we don't really have any real information on the common charity format. What cards are going to be allowed, if it's going to follow the standard ban list, if it's going to have its own ban list, we don't know. You know, until Konami makes it official. But I thought it'd be fun just to give it a shot and see if I could build a deck. And this is what I came up with. So let me know what you think. Throw some comments down below. Maybe I'll come up with some other deck ideas too. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe, and talk to you later.